So 3 scenarios to consider. Okay, scenario 1, there is no inheritance. Okay, so if I have something like post P, this new post, and we call P dot display. Okay, this is kind of the simple version, and let's actually draw the JVM so we can kind of understand what's going on. Okay, so as by now, as I've done many times, we have a name P, which is pointing to a post object. Okay, and just put a little type hint up there. Okay, and we're going to call the display method. Okay, so this is what we need to do. So the JVM will have loaded our class post. Okay, so it will be aware of something called post, otherwise things wouldn't compile. And this will have a display method. Okay, and then whenever we call this display method, okay, the runtime knows that, okay, P has type post, so go find the class post, and then you should find what to do for a display method. Okay, so when there's no inheritance involved, this is kind of default. This is what happens all the time. Okay, that's not particularly complicated. We can kind of imagine that's what happens with method lookup. Okay, now it gets complicated when we have a bit of inheritance, but there is no overriding of the methods. I'll try to show this. Okay, so if we have post P2 equals new message post. Okay, so again, we have this notion that here we have the static type, and here we have the what it actually is during runtime. So P2 will actually be this. So, and we just want to do the same. We want to call display on this. Okay. So let's have our P2. Okay, and that is an object in our JVM, except it has the dynamic type of message post. Again, because we loaded this class into our JVM when we ran it, message post. Okay. And it inherits from the display. So in this case, whenever we get to the calling the display, well, during the runtime, this has the type message post. So the runtime will go and look, okay, do you have a display method? And it will not find one there. But you do have an inheritance relationship. So I will traverse up that and find that there is actually a display method that can be executed. Okay, so again, this is how method lookup works. Okay, and it will run this particular version. Okay, this isn't satisfactory because, of course, this only is the version that has things to do with post, but it at least shows you how method lookup works whenever we inherit and we don't necessarily override that display method. And by override, I mean we haven't declared our own version in the subclass. Okay.